Variation and heredity. According to Charles Darwin, variation is the very important source for evolution. Variation is the very important source for evolution. So, and in order that variation should play a role in evolution, these variations, right, it should be hereditary. That means it should be transmitted from one generation to another generation. I will explain you with an example. Let us consider one hypothetical example. Let there be one forest in, say, Karnataka, one in Andhra, maybe another one in Kerala. Let all the three be a similar environment, a semi-rainforest type of environment where we can see grasses, herbs, shrubs, and trees. Originally, right, in this population, there are some deers, say spotted deer. Spotted deer. Okay, originally in this population, the population includes some dwarf or small deers, some with medium height, and few very tall deers. The same condition here also. Grasses are there, herbs, shrubs, and trees are there, and even the population, right? Small deers, medium height, and very tall one. Same condition here also. So when the environment is stable, this population can survive here comfortable because this shorter one or the dwarf deers, right, can feed on the grasses and the small herbs. The taller one on the shrubs and the trees. Suddenly, right, if something wrong happens in Andhra and Kerala, Karnataka remains safe. Maybe it didn't rain properly or something wrong happens in the environment as a result. Suppose if all the dwarf plants gets eliminated. One small change in the example. Here in Kerala, you just assume that we have only one population. On that population, right, they have only one small variety of deers. Okay, not a mixed population. So now what happens because of change in environment, the grasses, herbs and shrubs disappears and only trees are surviving here. Now under this condition, is it possible for this population to survive here? This population cannot survive because they have no opportunity to climb the trees and to eat the foliage. So there is no variation in this population. So because of a change in environment, if the environment becomes adverse to this population cannot survive because there are no variations and they cannot meet the new demand. So this population will become extinct. On the other hand, what will happen here? Here at least the tall one and the medium tall one, right? These two may survive. In the subsequent generations, only the taller form will survive, and there will be further modification in the new environment. There will be some further change in its morphology to live in the given environment. So maybe after 4 or 5 generations, we may get, maybe after 10 generations, maybe after 50 years, we may see one population, and this population may be altogether different when compared to that of the original population. The tall deers have some special capabilities to climb or to jump higher to reach the trees to eat the foliage. Now this population, right, after 50 years, if you look at this population will remain the same. But this population, right, this almost becomes totally different. This almost becomes totally different. So what is the reason for the difference? The organisms were forced to evolve here because there was a change in the environment. Here in Kerala, as for an example, the deers couldn't survive because there are no variations. Every single individual is dwarf here. So with the change in environment, everything vanished here. But that is not the case with here, because there is some variation, right? That those deers which are better equipped to live in the environment managed to survive, and it further got adapted, and altogether now we have a different species. This is what Charles Darwin terms next as the survival of the fittest or the natural selection. Survival of the fittest or the natural selection.